Welcome to Sidebar, where you vote on the internet's biggest buttholes. Am I the butthole for taking a 3-hour nap every afternoon and expecting my husband to look after the kid and only wake me up for emergencies? My husband, 38, and I, 34F, have been married for 5 years. We have a 4-year-old daughter and a 3-month-old son. Our son has a health condition and needs to be fed every 40 to 80 minutes. I work in IT and can easily work from home and generally make my own schedule. My husband works from 6 am to 3 pm. I get up every hour at night to feed our son so my husband can sleep. I drop our daughter off at Kindy in the morning and then work and look after our son. I obviously don't get much sleep during the night, so I have started to go to sleep from 3:30 to 7 pm, and I made it clear that I am not to be woken up unless it's an emergency. My husband looks after the kids and cooks tea while I'm asleep, and at 7 we all eat. After that we take turns reading stories to our daughter as a bedtime ritual. She's usually down for the night at 8. Then my husband and I have us time from 8 to roughly 9:30, which is when he goes to sleep. After that it's only me looking after our son so my husband can sleep through the night. I usually do some more work and go to sleep at around midnight, but obviously very interrupted sleep since I have to get up every hour. My husband has started complaining recently. He doesn't think I should sleep in the afternoon because during that time childcare is on him completely. He wants some time to relax when he gets home. But the thighs is, I need a few hours of uninterrupted sleep too, otherwise I'll go crazy. Our son will most likely outgrow his condition and should be able to live a normal toddler life by the time he is 18 months. I can't possibly not sleep for another year and 3 months though. My husband isn't happy. Am I the butthole? Is the poster a butthole or not? Reddit says, not the butthole. Offer him to swap the shifts. You get your night's sleep. And he can nap if he comes home from work. Let's see how he likes that. Am I the butthole for objecting to Girls' Day? I'm a 28Y/O male and my immediate family is all women. Mostly this is because I was raised by my mother and have no contact with my father's side of the family due to a messy divorce when I was young. My 2 sisters, early 30s, my 3 aunts, 2 who are my mother's sisters and 1 married into the family and married my aunt. And they have an assortment of close friends of the family, all of which are women that also go to these events. About 3 years ago, my mother had an idea to do a girls-only weekend. Originally this was to see one of the Magic Mike movies, and because it was such a hit they started to do these weekend outings once or twice a month. Originally it didn't bother me, because I'm an adult and I have my own life, and my own house, and I really didn't even think about it. But an incident recently made me annoyed at the whole concept. My aunt's birthday was in January and normally we go to her favorite restaurant for her birthday, which also incidentally is my favorite restaurant. So I bought her a present and a card, and waited for an invitation and none came. When I asked what was going on for her birthday, I was told they celebrated it early on their Girls' Day because she was going to be out of state during her birthday. This kind of irked me because when I mentioned I bought her a present, my mother told me to just drive over to her house and give it to her. I felt pretty left out since I'm the only male in my immediate family. Having a Girls' Day is the equivalent to saying, hey, let's celebrate my birthday but not invite him. I griped about and was told that I was basically being self-centered, and that she can celebrate her birthday however she wants. I agree with that. But once again, I'm the only one being left out and it feels shitty. The proverbial straw that broke the camel's back was I was just informed that they were planning a summer vacation this year as girls only too. And when I asked my mother what about the vacation we normally take as a family, she told me that they can't afford to do both, so they are just doing the girls only vacation this year. At this point I was very annoyed and had a loud argument with my mother and sister, telling them that it's really shitty that twice a month they have group activities and specifically exclude me. And on top of that are now even taking vacations and excluding me. Nothing came of the argument and they wouldn't budge. So I decided I needed a break from my immediate family because they don't consider my feelings relevant. So I removed myself from the family group chat and deactivated my Facebook. Now my phone is being blown up and I'm being told that I'm immature and I need to grow up. I responded that a lot of grown people don't see much of their family at all and I'm just going to follow that example. Am I the butthole here? Is OP a butthole? Here is what Reddit thinks. Not the butthole. If you're the only male in the family, it almost seems as though they're having a day without OP and framing it as a girl's day. Not cool. Am I the butthole for telling my daughter to cancel her marriage? I have a daughter, 27, who was with her boyfriend for 7 years and they got engaged not long ago. Just a small party, not many guests. She always talks to me about how she loved him, how he always listens to he and he was made for her. I have agreed with her, since I found him to be a good-natured man. He was kind and humble and was always respectful to our family. We met his parents for dinner twice or thrice and they hit me as a little sexist, asking questions to my wife like I don't know why you're working. Isn't that the husband's job? It's the mother's job to be taking care of the children. Now that they wanted to make it more serious, they planned a marriage. Anyways, we have been planning about the marriage, and one day her boyfriend comes to me and says that his parents want to talk to me. I was going to call my daughter too, but he said that she wasn't allowed. I went with him and his parents started talking with me about dowry. I was confused and said that there was no dowry, and in 2020 who even gives dowry? But boyfriend and his parents started lecturing me about how necessary it was and how my daughter would be a stay-at-home wife. My daughter has told me that she wants to continue her dreams, so I don't know what this is. Anyways, they told me that I should give it a thought and told me not to tell my daughter for the time being. However, I immediately told my daughter about it, and she started crying saying she didn't know that her boyfriend was so sexist. She asked me what she could do now, and I told her that she was being forced and could cancel her marriage if she didn't want it. Well, that is exactly what happened, and now her boyfriend and his parents are calling me saying I took away the love of his life, etc. On top of that, some of her friends, some more bridesmaids, said that I was a butthole for breaking up what would have been a healthy marriage. But it's my daughter's happiness that matters. Am I the butthole? Is the poster a butthole or not? Reddit says, not the butthole. You saved your daughter from a life of hell. Sorry she had to go through that though. I'm sure it was a shock to realize her ex and her almost-in-laws are misogynistic buttholes. Hope she's doing okay. 7 years is a long time. How did this not ever come up before? Am I the butthole for telling someone that his art sucks and he won't amount to much in life in front of his friends and family? I have a small group of close friends, all males around the age of 25 that I hang out with almost every day. We've all known each other almost all our lives, and recently, Tilda 5 years got a new addition to our group, John. I never really liked John. He was rude, obnoxious, and would always talk like he knows everything. He was also incredibly pretentious. A friend of mine said Einstein once, and John interrupted him to say, I have no idea who you are talking about. Do you mean the renowned scientist Albert Einstein? I once put up a Snapchat story saying, I love college football, and he replied to my story with, it's called gridiron, you moron. I don't understand how, but my friends readily accepted him into our friends circle. On one night about 5-6 months ago, we had a little get together and we're just drinking and having fun. John was kind of tipsy. We had some new girls show up, so I was kind of working my charm on them. They asked me what I did and I went, I'm a biomed engineer. I don't know why that triggered John so much, but he went on this hour-long tirade about how I'm just a drone in a rat race. He kept telling me about how I'm just like every other person and lack creativity. He later passed out, but his little tirade became a running joke in our group. Every time I mentioned work or anything, John would start roasting me. He nicknamed me Drone and kept calling me that even though I expressed multiple times that I don't like to be called a drone. He would keep telling me about how easy engineering is. He watched some intro to engineering courses online and that any monkey with a brain can do what I do. That really peed me off. Once I told him to shut the frick up, but he was like, what are you going to do? Fight me? I dare you to swing. I didn't want to fight him, so now I started getting referred to as a P. Over the last few months or so, I kinda went front page a couple of times on Reddit and everyone was like, dang Mzirashka, you famous now. As a joke, that triggered him even more. He'd say stuff like his posts suck. They're not even funny. Reddit is now just filled with stupid Facebookers who upvote stupid clickbait crap and downvote meaningful talent. At this point, it is relevant to bring up what John does. He's a photographer who works as a barista at Starbucks. How good is he? Honestly. He started off as an annoying kid with a DSLR, no talent, and a Facebook page where he uploaded 3/10 pictures. Over the years he got slightly better, but it's still terrible. I'd say he's more of a 5/10 now. 2 weeks ago, he got rejected from his dream job and made an Instagram post about how National Geographic discriminated him because of his skin color, brown. Last week, we had a surprise birthday party at his place with his family. He lives with his parents and friends. At the party, I apologized to him. I hadn't met him since the post and said, I'm sorry you didn't get Nat Geo. To which he got angry again and said, I'd rather eat my own crap than be a drone like you. What I'm doing is making real art, and it's something your robot brain won't ever understand now or in the future. So I actually feel sorry for you. He said stuff like this in front of a girl I was with who got so enraged that she left and told me to tell them that she's sick or something. That's it. I freaking lost it. We were handing out mics to talk about our favorite memory with John, and I took that opportunity to say, "Well, John, your pictures freaking suck. No wonder Nat Geo rejected you. You're a 27-year-old barista with no college degree, mooching off your parents, and taking worse pictures than any jackass with an iPhone camera. You're not going to amount to anything in life, so just I get cut off here." His dad grabbed the mic and shoved me. John came charging at me, but everyone just held him back. The rest of the guys were like, "Get him out of here." And I got kicked out. No one has talked to me since the incident, and John blocked me from all social media. Our group chat has been pretty silent too. John also apparently made a roast post about me. Like if I should apologize to him or not. Sorry for the long post. I know John is a butthole. But am I the butthole? Did OP act like a butthole? Here's what Reddit thinks. Not the butthole. He's a dick with some serious inferiority issues, and you have shitty timing issues. I don't think it makes you a butthole for reaching your breaking point with him. But there was probably a better time to let loose on him than at the party. Finally, here's our headline story of the day. Am I the butthole for not giving my family any money after they insulted me for my job? I'm a stripper and I go on dates with men for fun so they can practice. Not sex during the dates. The most I do is hugging. I make the most out of anyone in my family. I have never been ashamed to be a stripper, and it's not a secret. I bought a good house a few miles away from the club, and I tried to still talk to my family frequently. Till they started talking more and more crap about my job, calling me a ass, saying I'm stupid, that I have no life goals. So I cut them off, my parents, everything. A month or so later they call me up telling me they need money to fix their car. I told them, "Sorry, you don't want my money, it's S money. Remember, apologize and I will give you the money." They said they won't be apologetic, so I told them that's their choice and hung up. Now I'm getting texts from my family and posts on Facebook saying I should have just gave them the money and saying that it's not a big deal. Did OP act like a butthole? Here's what Reddit thinks. Not the butthole. You're a consenting adult making money off of other consenting adults. It's slut money until the family needs something and realizes it. Then it's all but we are family. Good job holding your ground. Now it's your time to vote on the buttholeness of the headline story. Is the poster a butthole? Let us hear your thoughts. Go to the pinned comment under this video. Please hit the thumbs up on the reply of YDA. You are the butthole if you think the OP could have been nicer. Or press thumbs up on the reply saying NTA. Not the butthole if you are on the same side as OP. Feel free to leave your opinion and reason why you voted for the option you did in the comments section. And join the discussion. For more buttholes, subscribe to Sidebar.